I'm going to ask a question, require one of the formulas. I want to check if you can pick the right formula and then apply it to your problems per section. So I might change the verbiage a little bit, but we need to make sure we understand. So I needed you to get the formulas in each box, because if I'm talking about sum of n tier, that's n minus 2 times 180. If I'm just talking about sum of x tier, it's always just 360. We don't have a formula. You just got to memorize that it equals 360. If I'm talking about 1, that's when you have to divide. Because if I know the sum, I divide it by the number of sides, and that would give me 1. If I want one x tier is 360. So if I divide it by the number of sides, that would give me 1 x tier. So you need these 6 boxes filled in, because this is what you're going to use for this check. So on the first section here, on our first practice questions, it says find the total degrees in the interior of each convex polygon. So the key word is total degree. So that means which formula would we have to use? Because what's another word for total? Okay, so which formula are we going to use? Yeah, sum of the interior angle. We're using n minus 2 times 180. You're going to use this formula for this whole section. What does the n represent?
Number of sides.
Number of sides. So if I'm talking about a 24-sided polygon, then you do 24 minus 2 times 180. Yeah. Okay.
3960.
Yeah. Do y'all remember what a nonagon is? Yeah, so you're doing 9 minus 2 times 180, okay? So total degrees or sum are the same thing. Now, on this next section, they said for 5 through 8, find the measure of each interior angle. So which formula would I use to find each interior angle? I'm talking about each means one of them.
360.
That would be the exterior. You're right. If there's exterior, I'm using 360, but we're talking about interior. Yeah, n minus 2, we still do sum times 180, but now over n. We divide it by n, which is the number of sides. You need to, guys, I know you're trying to get the stuff together, but I'm going to go over this section, and then you're going to finish this. So don't, I know you're trying to multitask, but you need to do this with me first. And then you can go back and finish what you got to do. All right, so heptagon, do y'all remember what that means? Yeah, so we're doing 7 minus 2 times 180, but then divide by 7, because there's 7 sides. Y'all remember what decagon is?
10.
Yeah, decagon is 10, so 10 minus 2 times 180, then divide by 10. Okay. You will, well, I don't think on this section, but you will have some decimal answers. I think actually you do have one on this section. So now, 9 through 12 says, find the number of degrees for one x-tier angle. The minute I see the word x-tier angles, I need to use what? 360, yes. So if I want to find one x-tier angle, you do 360 divided by n, the number of sides. So on 9, dodecagon. I know we didn't talk about that one yet. What do you think a dodecagon is? No, too big. Closer, 12. It's 360. Dodecagon is 12. Okay. So we're just doing 360 divided by 12 because it's 12 sides. Okay, so this would be 30. Okay, if it's a 23gon, then you're doing 360 divided by 23. Okay, you will have decimal answers. Just round to the nearest 10. Okay, 360n is the formula we're using here.
Is it nearest 10?
Yeah, nearest 10. One decimal place. Now, on this section, they want you to determine the number of sides for each convex regular polygon using the given information. So the information might change. Now, if I want to find the number of sides and I have the exterior angle, since I know all exterior angles have a sum of 360, then all I have to do is say 360 divided by the exterior angle, whatever that angle is, that will give me my number of sides. So I'm just doing 360 here divided by 36. So this would be 10 sides, right? So this would be a pentagon, okay? Now, 14 says find the number of sides, but I'm telling you the interior angle. To get to my n, I need which part? What do I need to get to the n? No, n is the number of sides. I'm trying to get to the n. In the formula that I just squared, I put a box in. I need the exterior angle, right? So I don't have the exterior angle here, but I could calculate it. How could I get to that exterior angle?
Subtract the interior.
Yeah, so 180 minus the interior, okay? So that means that this exterior angle for interior of 60 is 120. Now that I have that angle, I'm just doing 360 divided by 120. So you might have to like add an extra step, okay? Now, besides doing just the formula, I'm gonna also ask you to use your algebraic skills with the formula. So working backwards, okay? All right, so I'm gonna stamp these pages, like the ones that I didn't solve are the ones I'm really gonna focus on. Use your calculator to help with the computation. Okay, so on the more practice side, okay, 15 and 16 are like we just talked about. All right, so on 17, it's missing what it wants, but if I tell you the sum of the interior angle is 1620, they want you to really find the number of sides. Okay. We're trying to figure out which polygon has a sum of 1620. Now, to do that, what formula deals with sum of interior? What formula deals with sum of the interior? Yes, n minus 2 times 180 gives me my sum. So I'm saying, what if that sum is equals 1620, like such? So start with your formula. Make it equal, set it up to what it equals in the problem. Now we have to work backwards here. We're trying to get the n, the number of sides. So what are we going to do to isolate the variable here? Yeah, the first thing we need to do is divide both sides by 180. Now I have n minus 2, I'm sorry, n minus 2 equals 9, yes. Now I need to get the n, so yeah, plus 2. So if I add 2 to both sides, now I get my n. My number of sides, it's 11. Sorry. Okay, so I want you to try to find your number of sides if I give you the sum, working backwards. So all of these more practice is kind of working backwards using your formula. Like on 19, if an exterior angle of a regular polygon is 9 degrees, how many sides does a polygon have? So what formula could I use? Talking about exterior angles, because what should you remember about anything dealing with exterior? Yeah, the sum is 360. So to find the number of sides, I just take that 360 divided by, yes, the exterior angle, and that would be my number of sides. So 360 divided by n gives me 40. So this would be a 40gon. Okay. Then you're going to have some algebraic application. The breakdown is just, are you given measures inside or measures outside? That's what you have to, if it's anything measured or shown outside the polygon, that's using 360. Okay. If it's anything measured inside, like 21, all these measure angles are inside. So the first thing you would have to do, first, always find your sum of your interior angles. That means you're doing n minus 2 times 180. So n is our number of sides. If I look here, I think we have 6 sides, right? So 6 minus 2 times 180 gives me a sum of what? Yep, 720. Okay, so that 720 is inside this, that's the total inside this hexagon. So now that I know the sum, then all you need to do, the second part, is write and solve equation. So we're writing equation adding up what's on the inside. So I can just go 110 plus the 8x minus 1, or you can combine your like terms, plus 5x plus 36 plus the 116 plus the 7x plus 19 plus the 6x minus 2 equals 720, or you can go straight to combining those like terms. So like 8x, I should have probably did that in a different color. Let's do orange. This 8x right here and this 5x, that's 13, plus this 7, that's 20, plus that other 6, that's now a total of 26 x's. So then I'm going to add up my constants. I have 110 minus 1, so 109, plus 36, 136, excuse me, plus the 116, plus the 19, and then minus 2. I believe that's 278 equals 720. So now we're back to a two-step equation and solving for x. Was that right? 278? Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one, 22, is a decimal answer. Because this one is a different sum. Because when you do this, you're doing 5 minus 2 times 180 first. Now, on 23, do you see how all of these angles are exterior? Yes, they're outside the polygon. So that means we're using 360. Yes. So we first use it equal to 360. So you can do the same thing. You can combine your like terms, like the 5x, the 4x, 9x is 18x, 22x, 7x, that's 29x's. Then we have our 4 and 9, and then our 6, 7, 8, and 4. Is that 12? Is that right? Equals 360. Which one? I think it worked. No, yeah, this one is. The one we're doing right now, that will come out to be a decimal. because you have to take out the 12 and then 29. I don't think that, yeah, because that's not going to be, that's a even and an odd.
I can show you.
Does it work out?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are outside, okay? The other one was inside. So just know, if it's inside, you have to do n minus 2 times 180. If it's outside, just equal 360. So tomorrow's activity goes with this, putting all these formulas, picking the right formula, using the right formula, determining if it's inside versus outside, okay? So you have the remaining class to finish, but I will check tomorrow before we start the activity, okay? So you'll get to use this sheet on the puzzle sheet.